And how about religion and African study? Are you a Christian?
I am a Rastafarian,
Oh,
so a
a
Rastafari.
Rastafarian?
Yes.
That's the people that smoke pot, right?
Yes, some Rastas smoke a lot of ganja.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, not all do, but
Do you smoke
most do.
pot?
I do partake in ganja every now and then.
So ganja mean pot?
Well, yeah, you can call it pot. It's called so many different things, right, to so many people. I prefer the term ganja myself.
And so is that like a religion?
Oh, absolutely. It is a sacrament.
Oh, and so when you smoke the pot, what are you sacrificing?
Not sacrificing
Or
anything.
making a sacrament
Well,
too?
what we hope that ganja will do for you is what we call it opens up your liberty, right? It puts you in touch with yourself. I mean, Bob Marley said it best, is that when you smoke ganja, it reveals yourself to yourself, right? So that's primarily why most Rastas smoke ganja.
Really?
Yeah, it opens up your consciousness.
And
You
so-
haven't smoked ganja at
I did
all?
when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
And, but it didn't open me up. It made me nervous.
Yeah, it does that to some people. Well, I just heard, what's his name, the singer, Nelson, he's no longer smoking ganja.
Oh,
right?
yeah. That old
Right.
white guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't think his name. And so what have you discovered about yourself that you didn't know until you smoked pot?
Well, I think what it helps me to do is question a lot of the ideas that I have. I mean, one of the things that what Rastas like to do is we reason. So we like to throw out ideas and we like to question ideas, right? Our own assumptions about who we are as people, about the way that the world is constructed, governments, politics, anything is fair game. And one thing that I've really discovered by smoking ganja is that there are a lot of things that I do not know.
So you think that you discover more by being high?
I think that it will help you to sort of lay open or lay bare some of your claims. Yeah, so I suppose in some small respects the answer to that might be yes.
So what does the world look like when you're not high?
What does the world look when I'm not high?
Yeah.
I would say the world looks a fairly tough place for most people.
When you're not high, it looks
When
tough.
you're not high, yeah, the world, I mean, look at your daily lives. Like for most people, life is tough.
And when you're high, what does the world look like?
It looks like that there's hope and possibilities for a better world.
Amazing. Does a Rastafarian believe in God?
Oh, absolutely, we believe in God.
Well, why do you have to be high if you believe in God?
Well, it's not that we have to be high to believe in God. It's sort of like it's a way of opening oneself. It's just like meditation, right? Meditation is a way to open up yourself to higher things.
So then why don't you just meditate rather than get high?
I do meditate.
And high?
Not at the same time, no.
So do you get high first and then meditate?
No. No, I try to meditate at least 15 minutes a day.
Oh, I see.
Right.
And so were you born here in this country?
Yes, I was born in Flagstaff, Arizona. My parents were teachers at a Navajo Indian school.
And so what made you decide to become a Rastafarian?
I largely looked at around the world and I looked at my own religious background and I decided that I felt more comfortable expressing myself as a person who believed in the tenets of Rastafarianism.
Oh, I see. And so were you a Christian prior to becoming?
Yes, I was baptized as a Catholic.
Oh, I see. And so were you raised by your father and mother?
I was raised primarily by my mother. My mother and father divorced after they left the reservation.
How old were you at the time?
Oh, probably about 4.5, 5 years old,
Oh, I
somewhere around
see.
there.
Are you close to your father?
My father's passed away.
Were you close to him before you?
Fairly, I got close to him as I grew in age. I went to a university in Texas, and he was living in Houston at the time, so we got close afterwards.
So what is it that a Rastafarian is doing for you that Christianity didn't do?
It helps me to sort of understand the weaving of both politics and religion are inextricably bound together, where there's a tendency in Western religions to separate out Christianity from politics, but they're always intertwined. Some, like Catholicism, they're able to mask politics from Christianity a lot better, but Rastafarians are pretty upfront in understanding that Christianity and all religions, by and large, are inextricably bound with politics.
So if you are high realizing this, how do you know what you believe is right?
Well, you don't. That's why you're always questioning your beliefs, right? How do we know anything, right? So that's the fundamental question. The problem I think that many people have in the world is that they never question their values,
You
right?
definitely should question things.
Right,
Do
absolutely.
you have conflict, inner conflict?
Yeah, I think all people have inner conflict.
And you
right?
have it?
Yeah, sure.
And what causes your conflict?
Oh, I think on a daily basis, right? Selfishness causes conflict, greed causes conflict, hate
How
causes
about your-
conflict.
so-
My personally, yeah, I'm susceptible to all of those. I'm
So
a
you're
human being.
selfish and greedy and
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I am a sinner.
are you married?
Oh, yes, I am.
You're married?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You have children?
Wonderful wife.
Is she a
Kelly Emling.
Rastafarian too?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, she's not?
No.
What is she?
What do you mean?
Is she a Christian?
She's Catholic.
Oh, she's a Catholic. Is
Mm-hmm.
she black?
No, she's white.
You married to a white woman?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do the black people know that?
An Irish woman.
Does your black history class know that?
Oh, absolutely.
What do they say when they see that you're married to a white woman and you're teaching African American
Some people
studies?
think that it's an inherent contradiction. Some people don't care. It's all over the map.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you have children?
Yes, we have children from separate previous marriages.
Oh, you've been married before?
Yes,
How many times you been married?
twice.
Amazing.
You find that to be amazing in American society? I mean, I don't know, but I just suspect that you probably were married once.
No, all my kids are out of wedlock.
Oh, yeah.
I
okay.
did it the right way. No, I'm kidding. I do have a son, but he was born out of wedlock.
Okay.
And I realized that was wrong, so I never did it again.
Well, yeah, I think as people get older and mature, they look
Yeah.
back on their lives and see relationships, et cetera. And I think that's a part of growing up. And
How many children do you have?
I have personally 2 children.
So one by your first wife and one by the second one?
No, both by the first.
Oh, I see. Are you close to them?
I'm fairly close.
What's wrong?
What do you mean?
Why are you really close?
Oh, right. I have 2 girls, right? How close can a man truly be with two women?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I just think that there's I don't know, maybe there's a natural separation between seeing young girls grow up and I suppose to having males. I'm not really sure because I don't have a son, but I'm just imagining it. I don't
Did
know.
your ex-wife turn them against you?
I wouldn't say that per se.
Did it happen?
I think we had disagreements about how they should be raised, but I wouldn't characterize it as such.
You wouldn't say that she turned them away from you?
Well, I would say that largely we have always disagreements about how children are raised,
Yeah.
right? I think that's pretty normal and natural.
So can we say that she turned them away from you?
I wouldn't characterize it as that. I think that's,
Why not?
well, I think everybody, right, has their own way of looking at things. I wouldn't characterize it
What's
as
the
that.
difference between, is there a difference other than body parts? Is there a difference between men and women?
I believe so, but I'm sure there is.
What's the difference besides body parts?
I think, well, for one, I think women are socialized differently than men. That's one. And I think that there are some inherent psychological differences between women as they are born.
Meaning that they're crazy?
No, I would say that maybe women can be a lot more empathetic than men. I think men have a general tendency to lean towards violence than women.
But don't you agree that the violence that you see in a man came from a woman, his mother?
I'm not sure if I believe that or not.
Why
I don't
not?
know.
Men
I
are
just
not
don't.
naturally violent. It came from a mother.
I don't know that. I personally don't know. I haven't done any studying on that particular. Just my own sense, I think men tend to be more violent than women.
But that's because they hate the mother, so they hate women. And they can't deal with them, so they beat them up.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Have you ever beat a woman?
Have I ever beaten a woman? No, of course not.
You
no.
told Harpo to beat me. You know.
No, I haven't personally.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
You felt like beating one?
Have I felt like beating a woman? I don't think I've ever gotten to that so angry that I wanted to beat up a woman.
You thought about beating one?
No, I don't think I've ever
Did you ever
thought
think
about
about
beating
beating
up
your
a woman.
ex-wife? Like,
No.
oh, you didn't?